one of the most like off the wall fun facts about WWE is that Freddie Prinze Jr. was like worked on the creative. It's like it comes out of nowhere. And the cool thing I listened to, and I told you this when we were backstage in LA, I listened to you on Ariel Helwani's podcast and talking about the Vince stories and running promo class. It's just so interesting to me because you could be doing so many other things, but you work with pro wrestlers on their promos.
The Ultimate Warrior touched my head in Albuquerque, New Mexico, when he was running out to the ring. And it was at Tingley Coliseum, which is like where they did rodeos and stuff. And there were like huge pillars everywhere, and there would literally be seats behind pillars. And he's running down, and he touched my head, and he won the match. And I was just a kid, man. I was just a kid, and I fell in love with wrestling. And then I watched my first match on TV after that. I didn't even know what pro wrestling was. And the first guy that I saw was The Undertaker. And I was just like, this is, what is going on? Like, I was just obsessed. And I fell in love with it. And I started going to indie shows, and then I go to WWE live shows. And then when I kind of made it, they would put you right up front at WrestleMania, which was like, yeah, that's better than getting the best seat in a restaurant in LA. You know what I mean? Because I love wrestling. And then when I was there, I met some random people, and they were like, dude, you should talk to Vince. And I was like, yeah, I should talk to Vince. I wasn't wanting to act anymore. And so I was like, but what's going to happen, really? And so I went, and they said, well, first you have to talk to Stephanie. And I was like, all right. And I didn't know that was like a big deal. I was like, okay, I'm going to go talk to Steph. And I sat down, and it was a legit like job interview. And she was just asking me questions. I was like, oh, we're just going like this. Okay. So I just started throwing some stuff, and she was like, you have to talk to my dad. So then I talked to Vince, and I'm a quick learner. And so it took me about 2-3 weeks. And then I kind of figured out how the river flowed. And then I just had fun from that moment on, man. It was just the travel that kicked my butt.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I remember too, man. So from my perspective, being somebody that was on the roster, because were you on the roster when Freddie was doing like the acting classes or no?
No, I don't remember when you left, Freddie, but I got to FCW in August of 2009, and I remember hearing stories about it. I don't remember the timeline, but I definitely wasn't up on the road at the time.
It was probably like my first taste of the extreme randomness of WWE. Literally, we came into work one day, and everyone's like, okay, so Freddie Prinze is going to be on the team, and you guys are going to be taking acting lessons from him, a couple times a week. And I'm just like, Freddie Prinze Jr.? Like, he here? Like in a wrestling setting? I'm like, oh, surely it's got to be like somebody with the same name. And then we met, and I'm like, oh, no, that's like legit Freddie Prinze Jr., man. And I'm in an acting class, learning from you. It was just, it's so,
it
just
was
so crazy.
Surreal and weird, Kof.
Yeah.
Because it was like 60%, and it was mainly like the younger roster were hyped, and they were like, okay, let's see and then like 40% were like, no, no chance it was just, they were not having it. Yeah. And the first promo class we did, I remember Miz, who was doing his own thing and doing well with Morrison, and they had their dirt sheet. And I think, I don't know if they had the titles yet, but they were kind of doing their thing. And we were going to do an exercise called repetition, and which Kofi will randomly probably remember, where you're locked into whatever I say. It's like an improv technique. So I'd say, that's the biggest Hawkeye shirt I've ever seen. And then Big E's locked into that verbiage. So he goes, this is the biggest Hawkeye shirt you've ever seen? And I go, this is the biggest Hawkeye shirt. And it goes back and forth. And when it's two guys, it always gets like almost physical, because our first reaction is, that's the biggest Hawkeye shirt I've ever seen. And we just get closer and closer. And then someone else will go, yo, don't fight for real, which I actually had to do one time. And then if it's a guy and a girl, it always gets like sexy, right? They're like, oh, it's the biggest Hawkeye shirt. And no matter what, like it just always goes down like this. And so I said, who wants to try it? And nobody wanted to try it. And Miz was like, I got it. And I'm like, all right, he's got guts. He's coming up. He don't know what he's in for, but he's stepping up. And I go, all right, man, I'll start. He goes, no, I'll start. And I'm like, what? And now I'm hungry, right? Because I'm like, oh, this guy's going to think that he's going to throw. Okay, so throw something. And he goes, here's his sentence. He goes, what the hell are you going to teach me about acting? And everybody, like all the energy in the room that was gone, just goes, And like you could feel it. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I looked at him and just kind of cocked my eye and said, what the hell am I going to teach you about acting? And he goes, what the hell? And we go back and forth. And eventually he changed the verbiage, which means you lose, right? And so he tapped out and everybody was like, dude, that was sick. That was so cool. And he sat down and I remember saying this. I said, look, man, I know I'm not Robert Downey Jr., but Robert Downey Jr. don't give a damn about y'all. And I do. So take what I can teach and the stuff you don't like, throw it away. And from that moment, it ended up being a good vibe, man.
Do you want more? Of course you do.
Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and feel the power.